a proposal for unity for the PGA Tour and LIV. LIV get unrestricted access to DP World Tour. Leading 10 players from LIV get to play in the Players and 5 signature events. LIV gives access to 2 PGA Tour teams for LIV season finale. And
His idea.
yeah, PIF matches the SSG investment of 1.5 billion into PGA Tour enterprises. What do you guys think? Do you think that sounds legit or reasonable? Is there something you would add, something you would take away? Jay,
I'd
you
like to
seem
hear the
very
particulars one more time
okay. Yeah, no, absolutely.
before
PGA
I talk
Tour
on
The LIV players would get unrestricted access to DP World Tour events. The leading top 10 players from LIV would get to
it.
play
Leading
in
top
the
10.
Players Championship and 5 signature events unnamed. LIV gives access to 2 PGA Tour teams for the LIV season finale, the championship.
Wow.
And PAF matches SSG investment of 1.5 billion into PGA Tour enterprises.
Run it. I love that. I think that's awesome. I think they should also guarantee 100% for the existence of Live, whether it's partnership or not, no matter what happens, all Live players should be able to play in every single major. Now, I'm not sure how that works with the different, who puts on each major. I know it's like PGA Tour, but I feel like that should be 100% also written in
So
there in the fine print. But everything else, I like. Run it.
Okay. Cheech,
I like
do
the
you have any
players and
notes?
5 signature events. That's cool.
I think
It's
for
a
a
start.
$1.5 billion investment, the live guys should play more. There should be more of an incentive. I don't know how many signature events there are off the top of my head, but there should be the top 15 should be allowed, not the top 10. And they should, like Jay said, have access to all the majors, at least the top 10 guys in live that aren't automatically qualified. I mean, for all that money you're going to put in just a pad Jay Monahan's pocket, there should be more. We should be given more. I like the DP World Tour access. That's awesome. For those guys can go back and play in their home country events and all that other stuff. That's awesome. But I think we need some more if we're going to pad Monahan's pockets like that.
I mean, I totally agree, but then the other half of that argument is, there are only so many weekends for events, right?
You could work that schedule out. That's not a problem. If Liv plays twice a month like they have been, you could work it out around majors like and signature events like they did. Excuse me, I don't see that being too big an issue.
5 signature events, the players, all dates that you already know that are the same every year. I mean,
Mhm.
most of the stuff is the same date or week every year. It has to line up, I think. You still have to have your signature live events, and then you have to have your PGA events that they agree on that all have to line up because they're the same week every year on PGA. That's where the scheduling conflict could happen. They have to pick those events around a live schedule as well that makes sense with a certain gap.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, the PGA always puts their schedule out first, so Liv can do their schedule off the
That's
PGA.
true.
Maybe
That's
so
true.
so say maybe if it's only five, say it's only going to be 5 signature events. You find the 5 signature events, you find the majors, and then boom, Liv fills their schedule in. So maybe Liv has to go a little
Yeah.
start earlier than they do, or end a little later, but they still play the same, still play the same amount of tournaments to give the guys the time that they do. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, that's
They
true.
get a lot of time off anyway, so I think that could be a way of handling this. Like I said, for all that money, there should be more give to the live players and stuff. The PIF should get more for what they're paying.
Right. I do
I
like that the
agree.
ball's rolling and things are starting to merge. I like it. Little by little, we're starting to see some good moves.
One of the things that did draw players from the PGA to live was the schedule that they'd be able to play more meaningful golf without playing as often as the tour, kind of, grinds people out. You know what I mean? So that might be something that, and what's nice is it gives them the option, but I don't know if everybody would take those opportunities.
So let me add one more thing before we go. Anybody got an opinion who's going to win the players?
Tiger.
He just blew out his Achilles.
Yes, that was the joke.
No, he
Thought I'd get a loud
ruptured
chuckle
his
from Cheech.
Achilles. He had minimally invasive surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay, good question. Who do I think's gonna win the players? I think
Can
Xander
Scheffler
Schauffele.
three-peat?
Xander Schauffele.
That's where I was going.
Although Morikawa might be on a rampage here after just losing
The heater.
to Russell Henley. So he's probably got a chip on his shoulder too. He'll come out swinging.
I like Max Homa.
Yeah, yeah, I like Max Homa too. He's got to prove more to me. I think he's got everything it takes, but I think he's not playing to his abilities Like
Well,
on YouTube Golf with Bob Does Sports, he shoots a 59 live, and then
you think he's 7?
7.
Yeah, he never closes.
Yeah, yeah. Or I'm
That's
not gonna
great. We
make the
caught we
joke
caught
there.
that on video. You
I'll save
figuring
the
it
joke
out.
off there.
I think his equipment change is hurting him a little bit this year, but we'll see. I'm gonna pick Aaron's boy for this one. I think that good old Rory McIlroy is gonna sneak in there and win the Players this year.
Did you get to watch any of the Hong Kong?
No, I didn't really get to watch any because the time difference, because I was hour ahead of you guys, and then the internet at the hotel in the island sucks. I just was able to look at the standings every day. But my biggest takeaway is Sergio is a stud, and we don't talk about Sergio Garcia enough. The dude deserves to be on the European Ryder Cup team. He's going to smash Team USA when he's on that team this year. I just think we overlook him a lot.
I agree with the overlooking for sure. How many live events did he win? 2 or 3? I know he's got a couple under his belt.
I think
I
it's
think
at
this is the
least two.
second, right? Yeah, definitely worthy of a nod for sure. He's a stud. He's just like you said, he's a Spanish stud. I'm happy he won. I think throughout his career, his attitude got the best of him, but his ability, he could have easily won more majors. You know, has the Masters, has the Players, but he's awesome, man, and I'm happy for him. I'm happy he won. But to your question, I didn't watch a ton of the of the actual event, like when it was played on TV because of the time difference. I did just wake up and kind of see what the scores were the day before, but yeah, I mean, kudos to the Spaniard.
I think one of my biggest takeaways was a lot of the guys that when I look at guys I want to pick and stuff like that, I look at their performance last year, and there really wasn't a whole lot of overlap in terms of like the top 5 players for this year. Something that really stood out to me is the new young kid for Legion 13 finishing in the same place as his team captain John Rahm, tied for 6th with 11 strokes under par. Had a really consistent go at it for being a rookie. 3 the first round, 4 and 4. That was one thing that really stood out to me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Ron picked a good replacement.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
All right, now moving on to the thing that everybody actually cares about, the contest. So
I know people lose sleep over this. They just can't wait to hear.
here's the update. Cheech now sits 31 strokes under par. Jay and myself sit at 23 under,
I'm in there.
and Aaron is 17 under. The
Might as well
only
be
the
10
only
over.
reason that I'm tied with Jay is because I picked the Rippers. Finished top 3, so gave me a couple extra strokes
Right.
to hang in there with Mac. But our fearless leader is not here. He is programming bots in order to ruin your lives. So, enjoy that, Twitter fiends. But he did leave me his pick. Good thing we don't have to wait for him because he's in last place. He's picking Burmester and the Rippers. So, Jay, being the
Are we
gentleman
doing
that I
rock,
am,
paper, scissors live here?
no, I'm just going to let you pick before me.
Okay, that's very gentlemanly of you.
I
I
know.
am going to go
No,
with.
how it actually goes is okay. Go ahead. Me and Aaron had this first week, and we picked.
Then we need.
We
Then we
did
need the
whoever's
rules.
guy had the lowest. No, the rule. Well, me and Aaron did was whoever's guy had the lowest score. So whoever you picked last week and whoever Rome picked, whoever had the lowest Sunday score got to pick like second. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Can we?
Mac still gets to pick.
Okay. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't
No, I
yell at
like
me.
it. I like it.
No,
I
you're
like it.
you're good, Cheech. I could never be mad at you.
Thank you. Thank you, pal.
You're welcome.
So let's
Mac,
see.
bless us.
I'm gonna go. I'm
Going
gonna go
rogue.
while he's riding high. I'm gonna go Sergio.
You going Sergio?
Yeah, I think I never
Okay.
really take the hot hand. I'm gonna try that and see what happens.
Probably won't work out.
Correct. And then my team, I'm gonna go with the Stingers.
All right, I'm gonna go with Brooksy. He won Singapore last year, and so I'm going Brooksy, and I'm gonna double up again. I'm gonna go with this team.
Wasn't good for me this pick, but hopefully it's better for you.
Thanks, man. Bless
Danny
us.
Lee,
I'm
Danny
actually
Lee,
taking. I'm taking my boy.
Phil,
I'm taking Phil the Thrill. He's been
Boy,
playing good, so hopefully he keeps
Phil.
it up. Yeah, no. Well, this is where I've let you guys come back
You're
into
playing
it.
great.
I'm
Hong
taking
Kong.
Phil, and I'm gonna take Crushers.
Yeah, solid.
all right. We'll see what comes up